Hi guys, today we're going to be learning about subtracting integers. And so today I'm not going to have you work in your notes. I'm going to show you in the activity board. Tomorrow we'll worry about notes. Today we're just going to work with modeling, okay? So I want to take a look at this first problem. I'm subtracting -5 minus -1, okay? And so to model this, the first thing I need to do is I need to remember that I need to start with -5. So I'm going to add 5 negative chips, okay? Now when you subtract, you take away something that's already there. And what I want you to notice is that I'm subtracting a -1. So I have 5 negatives there, and I'm subtracting a -1. So what I need to do is I need to subtract -1. I'm not sure why that line is hiding behind it, but I can also do it by just moving the negative away. I can just take the negative away and I have subtracted, okay? So -5 is what I started with, and then I took away one negative and I end up with -4. So my answer is -4. So I put my answer there, okay? All right, on my second example, I'm starting with 5, which is a positive number. Since there's no negative in front of it, it's a positive number. So now I'm going to add 5 positives. So there you go. Now I have 5, okay? And then it's saying to take away, subtract, -2. But if you look at my model, I have to take something away that's already there, but I don't have any negatives there. There's no negatives. They're all positives. So how can I take a negative away from that? Okay, so think back to when I told you a negative number added to its opposite positive number is 0. So remember, -1 plus +1 is 0. Okay, so that's called a 0 pair. So what I need to do in this example is I need to add a 0 pair until I have a -2 or 2 negatives to take away. So to add a 0 pair, I'm going to come down here. I'm going to do it so it's clear that they're separate. That's a 0 pair. A positive and a negative is a 0 pair. It equals each other, okay? That's 1. Now I have 1 negative on the board, but I need one more 0 pair. There we go. Okay, now what I want you to think about also is that even though I added some chips onto the board, I still only have +5. All of this still only equals +5 because remember, this is 5, but positive and negative equals 0. Positive and negative equals 0. So for subtracting, when I add a 0 pair, I'm not adding any value, I'm just adding chips, okay? But now that I have 2 negatives on the board, which is what I have to subtract, if I move a line to each one to cover each one, and I take away the 2 negatives, remember that's the same way, even though the line is going behind, it's the same thing as if I took the negatives away, okay? So remember, those negatives were there, but I took them away. So now what I need to do is I need to count my positives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 positives. My answer is 7 because I took those 2 negative chips away. All right, I'm going to show you 2 more examples in my next video.